My beloved child, these words do not arise by chance or resonate without purpose. They are the answer to the burning desire in your heart, the dialogue you awaited with hope. When you shed tears in secret during quiet hours, believing no one saw, I was there. I recorded every drop that touched your pillow, every shudder of your chest when the pain was too great to name. You thought the silence meant my absence, but I was closer, attentive to the anguish hidden in your words. Your laments in the shadows did not vanish in the breeze. They became the sound that stirred the heavens themselves. You wondered if your prayers reached me or faded into the void. Yet every whispered plea was gathered in my hands, every sigh etched in the archives of eternity. Even when your voice faltered, when words failed you, the rhythm of your heart spoke everything. I caught every beat. The darkness that terrified you was not the end. It was where I began a subtle rescue. I know the burden you bore, invisible to others. The nights you stared into the abyss, longing for relief that seemed distant. The weight of memories you tried to leave behind. The doubts that challenged your faith. You asked why answers tarried, why comfort lingered. But, my child, I never abandoned you. I was weaving restoration into the very fabric of your waiting. Every pause, every moment of stillness was the ground for a deeper blooming. You mistook waiting for rejection. But know that waiting is often the veil of my compassion. Some things I withhold, not to punish, but to protect. You asked for light, and I prepared your eyes to see it. You asked for strength, and I forged resilience in hidden places. Even when you felt your story crumbling, I was stitching radiant threads through the tears. There were moments when the chill of loneliness enveloped you. You reached for hands no longer within your grasp, revisiting conversations that ended without closure. I heard your whisper, "Why must it hurt so much?" And I answered in secret, "Because healing requires truth, and truth demands time. Nothing you faced was in vain. Every piece of your pain is being shaped into wisdom that will sustain you in the future." When you doubted your worth, I was by your side. When you blamed yourself for the emptiness, I whispered grace in every breath. The world may have made you feel invisible, but my gaze never wavered. I was with you in the hospital room, on the ride home, in the moment you nearly gave up thinking no one noticed, but the heavens saw. Now I respond, not with fanfare or grandeur, but with a gentle strength that transforms the intangible. The answers do not come from afar. They sprout within you. You carried seeds of promise planted in the soil of your heart. Now, at the appointed time, they begin to grow. Do you feel the stirring? That delicate hope that persists? That is me breathing life into what you thought was lost forever. I walked through your flames, gathered the ashes, and am shaping beauty once more. You may not yet see it, but the restoration has begun. The doors that seemed locked are opening on invisible hinges. My child, I know what you gave up. I know the goodbyes that wounded your soul, the dreams that shattered before they could bloom, the betrayals that bruised your trust, the harsh words that still echo in your mind. I lived every pain by your side, but here is the secret you could not see. Even your pain became sacred ground. From that soil, I am raising something that cannot be stolen again, faith that stands unshaken. When you recall the nights you wept alone, see them now as sanctified altars. Every tear was a prayer, every cry a testament that you still believed someone was listening. And I was listening. My compassion is not a distant comfort. It is a living presence that holds you, even when unfelt. I'm guiding you to see me not only in miracles, but in the subtle strength that kept you breathing. When you thought you would shatter, it was not your strength. It was mine. The courage that rose amidst despair was the whisper of my spirit saying, "You are not done." You asked me, "Lord, why do I still carry the weight of what I overcame?" Because, beloved, some weights remind you of your resilience. You do not bear them as punishment, but as proof that you still stand. Every scar is a testament to survival. Every mark, evidence that light can rise from ruins. Now I turn the page. What once marked you with pain will now define you with purpose. You will not stay where sorrow found you. I'm leading you out of the darkness, guiding you to a new day that waited quietly for your arrival. You fear starting again. You fear the unknown. But what if I told you the unknown is where your destiny pulses? The path ahead is not danger. It is a calling. You have outgrown the space of your old suffering. What seemed like destruction was, in truth, expansion. You will begin to notice subtle signs. An inexplicable peace. A door that opens without your touch. A lighter thought than before. These are hints that your season is shifting. You prayed in the shadows and the dawn answers. I'm not merely healing what broke. I'm blessing what remained. The parts of you that stayed kind despite cruelty, that kept believing despite silence, that forgave when bitterness was stronger. These are the parts I am exalting. I'm crowning the tenderness you thought was weakness, for it is strength forged in compassion. Child, I saw how you love even with a wounded heart. I saw how you smile when you could weep, how you give when no one gives back. Those quiet choices are heaven's treasure. Every hidden act of kindness built a legacy that is about to overflow in your life. Soon you will look back and say, "Now I understand." You will see how every weight aligned, how every frustration guided you to destiny. I do not waste pain. I transform it. Even the chapters you wished to erase became bridges to who you are becoming. So breathe, my beloved. Release the fear that I forgot you. Abandon the thought that you are late. You are in the exact rhythm of eternal time. My plans for you are unshakable. They are guarded by my sovereignty. Nothing can undo what I have decreed. I'm restoring your laughter, your confidence, your ability to dream again. The shadows that tried to dim your joy will now witness your rising. The darkness that terrified you will be the stage where my light shines brightest. Listen closely, for this is the moment of change. I'm calling you to trust me beyond what seems logical. You asked for signs, and I offer presence. You asked for a hint, and I give peace. You asked for deliverance, and I deliver renewal. Every no you faced made room for a greater yes. Fear the silence no more. The silence is where I speak clearly. The emptiness that scared you was my whisper calming the storm. You are entering a time when your heart will rest again. Not because every question is answered, but because you know who holds them. No darkness can silence my promise. I heard your cry there, and now I answer with a wave of mercy that will rewrite your days. You will see signs of my faithfulness unfolding like dawn after a long night. Your healing will not come all at once, but in gentle waves, in conversations that bring calm, in mornings that feel lighter, in laughter that surprises you again. Each moment will remind you, I was there all along. Stand firm, my child. The worst is over, and the work of restoration already lives in you. You will look back on this valley and see it as the cradle of a strength you never imagined. For I, your God, did not leave you in the dark. I turned that darkness into a womb of new creation. I have been shaping light in your pain, and now it is time to see it bloom. Stay close. Keep listening. My next word will reveal what comes after healing. The purpose born from your tears. My beloved child, the dawn you prayed for is closer than you think. The hands that held your tears are now shaping your tomorrow. I was not silent. I was preparing. I was building answers behind closed doors, writing new beginnings on the pages that once held your pain. Do you feel the gentle stirring in your chest? That quiet hope that defies explanation? That is my spirit bringing renewal to your weary places. What wounded you will soon bless you. The ground that seemed barren will bloom again, not because you forced it, but because I ordained life over it. You asked me, Lord, will joy ever return? And I say now, yes. Joy returns, clothed in peace, not the fleeting joy of the world, but the steadfast joy that anchors the soul. You will wake one morning and find the pain has softened, your laughter no longer wavers, and gratitude has replaced mourning. I know there are moments when the shadows whisper that nothing will change. But hear this, those voices are echoes of the past. I'm not finished with you. You are on the cusp of a new chapter where your pain becomes testimony and your silence song. The darkness that frightened you will soon prove that light always prevails. Do not rush the healing, my child. Every step you take now is sacred. The slow rebuilding of your trust, the gentle opening of your heart, the courage to dream again, these are divine acts. Heaven celebrates every small step toward faith. Even when you falter, I call it progress, for you still walk toward me. Remember how you thought your prayers were lost in the night? Look around now. Answers arrive in unexpected ways. The person who offers kindness without warning, the opportunity that appears unbidden, the peace that finds you on an ordinary day. These are my answers. They may not come with thunder, but with whispers that make sense of the silence. I am turning ashes into testimony. The places that broke you will become the spaces where you help others heal. Your compassion, forged in pain, will be the balm that eases another's wound. The empathy you carry is not weakness. It is my heart beating in you. When you comfort someone with the comfort I gave you, the cycle of redemption is complete. You become my ambassador of mercy, living proof that no night is wasted and no tear is ignored. I did not heal you only for you. I healed you so others may find their way back through your story. Now you see why I asked you to trust the wait. The delay strengthened your faith. The silence taught you to hear me above the world. In the stillness, your spirit learned to pulse with my rhythm. That is where your strength was born. Not in striving, but in surrender. When you felt forgotten, I was carving your destiny. When doors closed, I was guarding your purpose. What you lost was not to diminish you. It was to guide you. Every no was a bridge to my greater yes. Now the waiting gives way to walking. Step forward with the quiet certainty that I go before you. My plans are unbreakable, for I have already prepared favor on your path. You will see signs, gentle but certain reminders that you are guarded. A conversation that restores your hope. A verse that arrives at the precise moment. A sunrise that feels like a promise. My child, lift your head. The weight you carried has served its purpose. You no longer need to bow beneath it. You are not who you were in the darkness. You are who you became through it. What was pain is now power sanctified by grace. Let forgiveness dwell in your heart. Do not let bitterness bind you to what I have already freed. In forgiving, you free yourself for the future I am creating. I have already forgiven you. Now let that mercy flow outward. There are people waiting for the light that shines through your healing. You may not see it, but your story will touch lives beyond your reach. The words you speak, the love you offer, the peace you carry will be a testimony that draws others to me. The storms have passed. The waters are stilling. You are not in ruins. You are on new ground. Feel the strength beneath your feet. It is the foundation of my promise. What crumbled is being rebuilt, stronger, steadier, eternal. You asked, what now, Lord? And I answer, live, love, and believe again. This is not the end. It is the beginning of your rising. I am breathing new creativity into your mind, new compassion into your heart, new purpose into your days. The light that broke the tomb now shines in you. As you step into tomorrow, do not fear the unknown. I'm already there, arranging the details, aligning divine encounters, opening doors no one can shut. You will cross places marked by loss and find them filled with peace. You will meet people who see in you what I always saw, resilience, faith, and grace forged in fire. Let this assure you, you are never late. My timing is perfect. The blessings that seem delayed are not lost. They are coming ripe, ready, multiplied. You are entering a season of answered prayers, divine turnarounds, and quiet breakthroughs. When you sit in silence again, it will not be the silence of anguish, but the calm of knowing I am near. You will learn to rest, not because everything is perfect, but because you trust who I am. Stay close, beloved. Keep your spirit tuned to my whisper. I am speaking now in the laughter you rediscover, in the peace that settles softly at night. I am in the moments that once went unnoticed. My grace surrounds you like air, invisible but vital. When doubt tries to return, remember, I not only heard your cry, I answered it. I'm still answering in every new dawn, every renewed smile, every unexpected mercy. You are my masterpiece in progress. The cracks in your soul are where my light shines most beautifully. Do not reject them. Let them remind you that you are held by a love stronger than fear, stronger than loss, stronger than time. Lift your face to the rising sun and breathe deeply. Your season of mourning is turning into a story of strength. Your life is a living testament that prayer works, grace restores, and love never gives up. Child of light, this is your renewal. This is the promise fulfilled. Walk forward and let the world see what redemption looks like when it blooms. This message is for you. Yes, you're reading now. If these words touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and subscribe to the Jesus Blessed Message channel to remain under God's protection. Let every Amen be a cry that faith still triumphs, hope still pulses, and God still hears every silent prayer. You are loved. You are chosen. You are never forgotten. Stay close to His whisper. Your next miracle is already unfolding.